Love of God, watch Kenyan movies. Tumebeg things. Because you see, filmmakers, what we've come to realize is they work with a lot of passion and a lot of creativity.
Yeah.
But they never really think about the marketing and the business of their films.
The business. I think all
Exactly.
creatives basically truly struggle with the business.
Actually,
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Growing Out Loud with your favorite host, Daisy Kater. Drum rolls, please. Thank you for joining us for yet another episode. And in the event you're new here, welcome. This is a space where we have conversations around growth in all aspects, business, personal, and our tagline is actually for the dreamers who do. So here we are speaking to you who has this big vision, has this dream, and is probably working towards it. And you know, sometimes it helps to hear people who have sort of walked on the same journey to just give you that, okay, so if this person can do it, I can as well. So that's ideally what we try to do over on this space. So today I am joined by two of my friends that are also are doing incredible stuff in their different industries. And I think without much further ado, let's start by you guys introducing yourselves. I think ladies first,
Okay.
Of course.
I wanted him to go before me so I can see what he says and I copy. But okay, fine. Okay. My name is Marylyn. I am a lot of things, but I am mostly a marketer, specifically of films, personal brands, and events.
Yeah, lovely.
Hi guys, my name is Kelvin and I'm a digital enabler. So I work with brands and help them reach greater audiences on the digital platform. So whenever you want to reach your audience, I'm your guy.
Okay.
Okay, digital enabler. I'm stealing that. Digital enabler.
Next time. Digital enabler. And I think also, my name is Daisy Kater. I'm the host of this podcast, but also a digital enabler.
Digital enabler. Mm-hmm.
I build personal brands and also build business brands, but business brands where the founders are the faces of the company. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think I'll start with you, Kelvin. How did this start? And actually, truthfully, I called you here because I find what you do with Specia Magari to be quite innovative to start with, and also it's been lovely to have just seen the growth journey. I think actually we had a conversation before even Specia Magari was a thing. Yeah. Back then when you just say, "Mi napenda tu Mitsubishi," right? Yeah. So maybe just give us a bit of context.
Specia Magari is something that was born during the COVID era. Mm-hmm. And it was a time where we realized that we had restricted movement. Mm-hmm. So you would rarely meet people. And what happened on the Twitter then platform was that Elon Musk decided that, okay, since you guys are not going outside, let me create something for you guys that you'll still be in touch with the people and still be active. Mm-hmm. So Elon Musk brought about Spaces. And at the time, I thought, I and my co-founders behind the Specia Magari, we thought it's best to have a platform that we could talk about cars or anything about cars and try to bridge the misinformation gap. Because kitambo, whenever someone wanted to get something that was related to a car, you really go through hoops and loops, and we wanted to make that short such that you can just come to someplace, get all that you need, whether it's you want to buy a car, whether you want insurance, whether you want parts. So that's basically how the concept of Specia Magari was born. And we started doing Monday Spaces. Mm-hmm. So each and every Monday from 7:30, we're always there probably on Twitter. So if you're on Twitter and you heard of Specia Magari, this is the face behind Specia Magari.
Just putting it out there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So how I knew of Specia Magari was that you guys were doing reviews of like cars, right?
Yeah.
Could you maybe walk us through what that is like and also other aspects of what Specia Magari does?
Yeah, so basically at Specia Magari, it's I normally call it like an umbrella. So, and an umbrella is where you find everything. So you'd find car reviews, which I'd normally do.
Yeah.
You'd find car information, like anything related to a car.
Yeah.
So majorly car reviews is something that I took up personal because I really love talking about cars. And it's always fascinating.
We know.
Yes. Yes, and it's always fascinating getting to learn how basically the car evolved from, say, Kitambo, because the first car was the Icona tires, proper tires. To right now we're seeing cars with proper tires. The engine has developed from engines like Kitambo ilikuwaga very noisy. So now you're having hybrid cars which are very silent. So basically, that car transition is what has kept me active and curious.
Yeah.
Because I wanted just to talk about these cars because cars are really nice and everyone, I think, deserves a car.
Yeah. Okay. And I think the beauty of being in Nairobi and knowing one person is you'll find that this person knows the other person. You see how they like to say Nairobi is really a small...
Nairobi is a full stop.
Yeah, exactly. So as it turns out, like you were telling us earlier, the very first event that you held, you had it in partnership with Marylyn.
Yes.
Right? So now, over to you, Marylyn.
Hi again.
First of all, maybe just give us a bit of context into who you are. And I love to say this often. When I ask guys to introduce themselves, they can be quite humble with their introductions. When truly, what you have under your umbrella is also quite a lot, right? Like I know... I got to know you through Purpose Network, actually, and I attended your event then through a friend of mine, Stephanie. Shout out to Stephanie. And then, but I also know, but I know that now you have Fourthwall, you have something else called Jenga to Jenga. You're a social media manager. You're doing a lot, Marylyn. Tell us a bit about this.
About the lot.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let's see. So I am a social media, above and beyond, I'm a creative.
Okay.
And everything I do and say is in a very creative way. So I do have my main, not my main, but the beginning and the primary is a social media manager, strategist. So I help brands and businesses find their audience and communicate properly to the proper people. Keyword, proper people. And then Jenga to Jenga is more of a CSR activity that my lovely friend Joanne and I have. So it's a game night where we charge tickets and all proceeds go towards a different cause. We aim for sustainability, so we aim to give something that, even if you don't go there 2 years after that, idea. What else after that? Purpose Network, which is where we met. That's I started Purpose Network last year, November, born of wanting a space to connect experts, beginners, intermediary, creatives in one space, and also empower. So it does three things. One, we have the Creatives Connect, which is what you came for. Thank you very much. Which is an event where we bring experts and intermediary and beginners, and that's where you can ask all the most candid questions possible. Like you're allowed to ask, I saw that lawsuit you had last week. What went with that? And then they'll be able to honestly answer you. I mean, you can attest that there were very honest conversations in that room. Yes. And then through workshops, which I've not been able to execute yet, but tonga kando. Workshops where we train you on different things. So the one that's currently underway is AI training for creatives. So a lot of trainings and a lot of that. And then third now is what I do best, marketing. So we can also help you figure out how to put out your personal brand as a creative for it to make sense for you.
I love that. And especially for creatives, a lot of creatives struggle with how to brand themselves and how to take themselves as a business. You see how they say, me as Daisy Keter, I'm a business and a brand by myself, you know? So I love that we're doing a good job of bridging this gap.
The same way he informs misinformation on cars, misinformation on the creative economy. Same thing, different agenda. And then lastly is my latest and newest baby, Fourthwall Film Marketing, with my amazing co-founder, Gloria Nkatha. She's a film critic and also a social media manager. It's a film marketing company where we aim to just get you guys to finally, for the love of God, watch Kenyan movies. Please, tunebeg, thanks. But just helping filmmakers, because you see, filmmakers, what we've come to realize is they work with a lot of passion and a lot of creativity, but they never really think about the marketing and the business of their films.
The business side. I think all creatives basically truly struggle with the business side of, they're just passionate with, creating.
Exactly.
And then beyond that, please, niwache.
Exactly. That's why we're here.
Yeah. Okay, I love it. And I think, let me go back to this question of course, we do all this to, beyond making an impact, make money.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
So when you started Space ya Magari, what was money? Okay, of course, was money a motivator? And at what point do Kenyans did they even have an appreciation of like car reviews and car consulting? And because how we know right now, if I want a car, see, we all know someone who owns a car who owns zinaitwa nini? Motors.
Yeah.
Kwanza tuseme I know ile Rift Motors.
A
Kayad. Yeah, so you just know you know someone who owns a Kayad, and then you just go to them and you're like, kwanza ask babes. May just want a cute car.
I want a cute car,
functions.
4 wheels, kama inaweza kuwa na TV ndani. I'm good.
The better.
Wow.
So what was the vision behind Space ya Magari? And the money.
The money bit.
Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah. So, weirdly enough, when we started, money was not anywhere in our peripherals. So when we started out, it was majorly, we're doing it more of as I can say, quote unquote, fun, because we were like, this is something that will must come later, and let's just make good use of it. So we started. So the very first year, we didn't earn anything from it. So it was more of just passion, because you love to talk about cars, you love to have conversation about cars, so just do it. So we did that for the first year. And then after the first year is when we realized, okay, we really have something good going on. So we really now started coming out now boldly. And that's when now brands now started reaching out. And a brand could reach out to you and they're like, hey guys, we see you're doing amazing work. Show us your rate card. And at the time, Miss Kwana rate card in. So I had to reach out now to my friends now who were already in the space before. Big shout out to Nyandia. So Nyandia was one of the first person I always reach out to whenever I needed something to be done. So she's like, so a rate card is basically how you set up your services, how you rate them. If it's videos, if it's posts, if it's reviews, on-site locations and whatnot. So for the first year, that wasn't there. But now the second year is when I started incorporating that. And with time, our audiences now started growing. And we realized many people were really waiting for such a space to happen and such a community to happen, because we refer to ourselves as a community, because anyone, whether uko na gari or not, whether you're biking, whether you're driving, it's not actually exclusive for plasma, you have a car or whatnot. So for the second years when now things started turning up and shaping up really nicely. And I can say from then it's just been growth, and it's now our 4th year. If you, thank you. So if we did a first year anniversary. For the first year we did a charity drive to Thika. There's a children's home in Thika with drive Uko. For the second one, where did we go? For the second drive, we did a circuit, which is more of a circuit. We covered the bypass in Zunguka, Nairobi. So if you remember, Kitambo Kibaki alichoraga highway that are around the CBD. So we did the southern bypass, western bypass, northern bypass, and eastern bypass. That was the second anniversary. And then for the third anniversary, we did a drive. It was a polite drive to Mombasa. We really had few people on board, but that was it. So we are waiting now for the 4th anniversary, which is not this year, because we're now turning 4 years in the space. Yeah. So we're really planning. A lot is going into place, so nothing has been announced yet. Okay. At a miss you and happy. So just knowing the course. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But before I go over to Marylyn, you still, sounds fancy. It just sounds like, okay, just start, and then over time it will make sense. Well, but really,
not really, because there's a lot that happens behind the scenes that many people don't know. So you'll go many nights stressed up. You'll go many nights, especially kama unaishi peke yako. Some nights utaenda kama hujakula supper and whatnot. So yeah, so it's really, a lot happens behind the scene, but we don't bring that ukumbele. So there's a lot of planning, a lot of breakdowns, like is this really happening? Like how will it go from here? Like, am I really doing this right and whatnot? So luckily for us is that we are a group of 6. We are 6 directors at the company.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So everything is shaping up nicely. So if my strengths, I normally tell people for the group, for the directors that we are, all of us are on different, I can say different parts, because myself, I'm a marketer. We have a medic as the director. We have an engineer as a director. We have a corporate communication person as the director. We have a lawyer. We have a graphic designer. So basically, I can say is we're a mixture of all things. So kila mtu has their own strengths, and everyone really pulls on their own side. So it's good. I can say. It hasn't been a hard hurdle, but I can say it's been nice.
Okay. And I think, to be fair, when you're working on something that you truly enjoy.
Exactly.
Okay, it's work. We're not going to deny it's not work. But ata kama utalala njaa unalala njaa ukijua, hata nimeenjoy create whatever it is I've come up with. So I think that for me is what I find fulfilling about doing something that you're genuinely interested in and something that you're passionate about, right? And I want us to come back to that conversation. But before we do, Marylyn, actually don't know your story, you know? We've had conversations here and there, but I really, we've met a lot, but I don't know how it started. Oh. How did this start?
Okay, let's see. How did it start? I think I've always been a creative. I was your typical Gen Z of, if it doesn't make sense, I'm out. So all the jobs prior to now, I have lasted a good 8 months.
Oh,
wow!
I'm serious. I was that person. I was definitely that person. But the one thing that remained consistent is I still did social media. I still had like clients on the side, even when being employed. Yeah. And all the jobs. Okay, say like there were 3 guys. There were 3. All of them have added up to like what I am now. I was a radio host. Okay. Now I'm a moderator. I'm a host. Like I host events. So
wait, you are a radio host?
Yes, I was a radio host.
Able to Rudy Kwaza back to.
It caught me by surprise when she told me she's a radio host.
We met when I got the job. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wait. Tulizaliwa.
Chronologically.
Yes.
Let's see. I finished campus and
what did you do in school?
IT.
Oh. Yeah. Why is a creative doing IT?
Tech babe.
Imagine. I can't explain it to you. I think I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know what I wanted with myself, but I think I had to go to campus. Ilikuwa
okay, lazima tumepita university.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I ended up I did IT, that's the one. Okay. I did IT and then I was like, oh, the future is IT, so
yeah.
That's what I ended up doing. Fought for my life for 4 years because it was really, when you're doing something you don't like, the same way you said, if you're doing something you like, it's easy.
Yeah.
When you're doing something you don't like, hardest work you've ever had to do.
Tedious.
Yeah, very tedious, but I completed. Thank you very much. Graduated. The first job I had was an intern in an SME where they made Ankara bags and things like that. So I was interning in sales, but I ended up falling in love with social media from there. So I used to enjoy creating videos and content and doing stories.
With the bags and whatnot.
With the bags. It was fun. And then there was a lot of things to show because it was a whole workshop. I left that job and then I went to radio. In radio, I also really enjoyed creating. That's when I took my personal brand seriously.
Okay. Wait. Again, I have questions. So you see, first of all, you did IT.
Yes.
Went interned for a role in sales.
Yes.
And then went and became a radio host.
Yes. And I applied and I got the job.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah. For the the sales job I got through a friend. She recommended me. And then for the radio host job, I literally just saw a post on Instagram.
Online, yeah.
And then you send a 1-minute voice recording. And a week later, they call me in and, they train me how to use, the sound.
Yeah.
Off air, on air, transition,
Yeah.
Yeah. And I hosted a business show for 8 months.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
How was that experience like?
It was amazing. It was very lovely. And I think that made me get serious with my personal brand.
Yeah.
And then I also became a serial networker. Because I remember one guest I had, Miguel Wakuba.
Oh.
He does motivational content on TikTok. He's an amazing guy. I met him at the side of the road.
Yeah.
And I was like, hi, so I am a radio host and I have this. And he looked at me like, Miss
She
Mayor.
has.
But the
Audacity.
next week he was on my show.
Oh, wow.
So it was something I did all the time. If
Mm-hmm.
I saw you and you were creative. So my show was an entrepreneurship show, but I took it towards creative entrepreneurship. So I had a lot of creative people. So I had musicians, I had people in the film industry, I had people in the music industry, I had people in the... Like, I did all the creative businesses that I could.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is a question purely out of ignorance.
Please do ask.
So, as a radio host, like you said, you approached Wakubwa.
Yeah.
So it's also it's part of your JD to actually get the guests to host on your show?
I don't know what it works like in other radio stations, but the one I was in was a digital radio station, more or less a startup type of radio. So yes, I did have a producer who also sourced guests for me.
Yeah.
But now I think it was the fact that I chose to go the creative way. So I was like, okay, let me harness what I know. I still got guests like from the producer and other people.
Yeah.
There was the occasional insurance person that I interviewed, but I would prefer to get my own. I'm not sure how it works in other radio stations, to be honest. But
Okay, I love it. And what I'm picking from both of you guys is you basically just have an idea and you execute, you know? Yeah. And that's what, that's constantly the message that I try to bring forth. And even earlier, when we were talking, you remember saying how you'd find guys DMing and saying, hi, I'd like to... Please, can I come on your show? Or please, can I join you when you go do ABCD? And you said just that. Honestly, most of those DMs go unanswered, right? Please expound why. Actually, let me rephrase it this way. How do you package yourself now that you build brands, personal brands as well? Allow me to ask the question. How do you package yourself in a way that people are actually able to open the door for you?
Yes, that's a good one. I think the first and most important thing is know your craft. Know your craft, because more often than not, people reach out to people, and then let's say that 1% chance you get the opportunity, you fumble. Yeah. Because you don't know your craft. There's someone who said, please, this is something someone said. They said, you have to lie, and then when you get the opportunity, now do the work to catch up with your lie.
Yeah.
Because if someone asks you, can you host a podcast? Yes.
They call it learning on the job.
Yeah, learn on the job. Exactly. I mean, don't do it as a pilot, but learn on the job. Yeah. But I think if you know your craft, know the nitty-gritties of your craft and keep learning, and then work towards putting yourself out there so that they see you.
Yes.
Knocking on doors is not bad, but it's nice to knock on doors as someone. Yeah? It's nice to knock on doors. Like someone will ask you, oh, yeah, send me your LinkedIn.
You're not ready.
Oh, you're in film. Send me your show reel.
Hata ujui ni nini.
Aujui ni nini. You know, send me your portfolio. Canva is very easy. You can set up your own website on Canva. Yeah. Simple work. Set it up quickly. There's things like that. So work on yourself, and then now put yourself out there. Do the work yourself, because I think it's easier. I mean, you can tell me different, but it's easier for you as a person to work, to be seen, and build your personal brand that you're approached than constantly knocking doors. Yeah. It's just easier. I mean, and wouldn't you like the easier way of doing life? I mean, yeah.
Actually, if you were to... Actually, now that's over to now my bread and butter. It's actually once you build your brand and you've put in the work of just understanding. And, we don't mean know everything truly, but the little that you know, package it in a way that it's something of value that you can present. Yes. And when you speak to someone, they're like, oh, so this is what you have to offer. Even me, okay, fine. I can add on to it from this way and this perspective.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So back to you, Kevin. First of all, I'm in awe of how you're able to build a brand, both a personal brand and a business brand on X, Twitter.
If you're a social media manager, that's like the hardest app.
Exactly.
So X is difficult.
How? You chose. And actually, guys who built their brands on X, it's easy for them to transition to this. These other platforms to you guys are like saucer, you know. Sure. And allow me to speak freely when I say this. May chose LinkedIn because people on LinkedIn are nice. You can't be trolled on LinkedIn.
Congratulations.
Exactly. And even if they want to troll you or they argue, we argue over there in corporate. We argue in a way, I'm trying to tell you, wewe ni fala, but
in
corporate, you know? Yeah. So for me, honestly, every time I think of X, I'm just like... let me sit this one out,
Yeah.
please. So what's first of all the secret to hacking X?
Okay, yeah. So I hear that a lot about people not cracking X, which is it's true, by the way. So I think what I'd advise anyone who wants to crack X is that don't be on Twitter trying to, don't be on Twitter trying to show people that you know. Because once you're on Twitter showing people that you know, people will show you that you don't
know.
And that's where now the problem starts.
Wewe ni
Yeah.
fala.
Yeah. So because personally, I've been on Twitter now for close to 12 years now, and what I've learned is that.
Kwani, how old are you, Kwaza? 12 years.
12 years.
12 years ni kidogo. People have been there for like 20 years. Yeah. So one thing is Twitter, and what I love about Twitter is that Twitter is the only app, or the only social media platform that everything is live and everything is updated as it goes. Because you'll get to see something on Twitter, and then that thing that you've seen on Twitter is when now you'll see it on your bulletin news at the Gioni or at 9 p.m. You get, so you see someone will post on Twitter that certain bus has crashed, has rolled, and then that's the same thing that will find its way to your TV. So when I joined Twitter, I was still watching TV, but whenever I started being active on Twitter is when I started reducing my screen time on TV, because I'm like, if whatever I'm watching on TV, the same thing I've seen on Twitter, what's the point of now me being watching TV and not? So I took Twitter fully, and what I realized with Twitter as well is that always be active. Like, you see the way you can start and you post something and there's 0 likes, 0 retweets, 0 replies. Just keep going. Post that day, post the following day, post the other day. Like, never go 30 minutes without checking your Twitter, because if you do, a lot has passed you within that 30 minutes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Yes, 30 minutes. Because not unless you're, say, sleeping, always check your Twitter every 30 minutes, because something is happening every 30 minutes. Like, even as we're shooting right now, if I log in on my timeline, I'll find something is happening that we are not aware of, and it hasn't got to Instagram yet and those Mpasho TV news and whatnot, because it happens on Twitter first and then goes to the other platform. So that activity, like, every often, because I started doing Twitter sana after high school, because there's a program on Kiss TV then. I think Kiss TV shut down. It was called Live on Blast. I don't know if you've heard of a program called Live on Blast, but you've heard of The Beat.
Yes. That's what I knew.
Yes.
Yep.
So for the Live on Blast one, it was a similar setup like The Beat, but now for this, it was by Kiss TV. It was called Kiss TV, yeah. So I was watching the Kiss TV, that is, you're just fresh from Form 3, umeenda home, you're on your holiday, you're watching, and then you're seeing tweets pale chini. So at the time, Twitter haikuwaga na avatars. You see the way right now, you upload a picture and whatnot. So what Twitter we normally used to have was the eggs. We had eggs. Have you ever ushaona profile ya mtu yenye it's an egg, and then there's a purple color on the background, or a blue color, and then an egg.
Yeah.
So that was what Twitter was then. So there was no profile pictures or avatars, so that was happening. So I used to see people's post on the TV, and I'm like, oh, okay. What I mean, nataka tweet yangu ionekane pale. So that's when my activity started, because I was curious to know, like, if that person's post has been shown on TV, even me, I need mine to be seen as well. Created my Twitter account in Form 3, nikaanza kupost then. So you're posting, then you're waiting for it to be seen, then you see that, like, yay, that's my tweet. So that activity started then, and it picked even more during campus, because ulikuwa naendaga home, your mom's like, achana na simu, achana simu kuja fanya, achana simu. But then I was like, okay, for then it sounded rude to parents, because wanakwambia like, achana na simu yako. But for me, I'm like, I'm trying to build something, and if I don't do it, it won't come out, you get. So at a size it, like, naendaga home, and she's like, she sees me on my phone, but ananiacha tu
Fanya tu kazi
It made
yako.
sense eventually.
because eventually the eventual outcome was that I'm now earning from my phone.
Yeah.
Which she's now happy for that, and hata kiniona, she's like, she just told me endelea tu and whatnot. So
Okay.
X needs activity. If you're not active,
And
you won't.
commitment.
Yes, activity and commitment.
So my question is, even when you're, like, from the perspective now of building brands, personal and business brands,
Okay.
So you mean I should show up every 30 minutes and put content out, or like show up every 30 minutes and repost something, or like how do I go from zero to say 1,000 followers on Twitter? How do I take kunawakaje? Let me give context. For example, for me, I build personal brands, right? So my content is constantly around entrepreneurship and personal branding, right? So what does that look like on Twitter?
So basically, now for you on Twitter is as much as you're working with entrepreneurship and brands, so you need to package your content and your posts in a way that it will cut across everyone on Twitter. Because the thing with Twitter is they are different clicks, different people for different things.
Yeah.
Like for now, if I post something car related, I'll get very much traction because my larger following is car people.
Yeah.
But again, under my following as well, I have people now for lifestyle, I have people for entrepreneurship. So
To Amanda Amano.
yes,
Tunakuonanga.
activism and whatnot. Tuko pale. So you see now for Twitter, what I came to learn is that try curate something that will cut across everyone and sound nice to everyone. Not really nice. It sound appealing and
Palatable.
curious to everyone. Don't you see like you try to push an entrepreneurship brand on Twitter. Don't go in heavy with heavy words and whatnot at the markups, profits. Try use a simple term, language that anyone can understand. Because again, on Twitter, everyone is on Twitter. I normally tell people, everyone is on Twitter. You'll find every president for the globe, every president of all the countries we have, they're on Twitter. But you may not find them on Instagram. You may not find them on LinkedIn. You may not find them on Facebook, but they are on Instagram. Because everything's happening on Instagram, on X, on Twitter.
Yeah.
So everything's happening on Twitter because that's where conversation happens. Like, you see, even just before, I don't know, I think Elon Musk removed that thing, but back then, before tweeting something, you'd find something written on the text box pale, what's happening. So you see, so if say let's say right now we are on a podcast, so if I go on to Twitter, it will be written what's happening. So I'll be there like, I'm on a podcast with Daisy and Marylyn, we're now talking branding.
Please. Thank you. No, I know he has a huge following over there. I'm just trying to leverage on your audiences.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the idea here is to identify and simplify your message.
Exactly.
And now post it out consistently.
Exactly. And once you post your message consistently, it's again because you realize on Twitter, on Twitter, it's because I normally tell everyone this and every person who works with brands that for your post to be seen, someone has at most 3 seconds to see your post before scrolling.
They think of
so there's always you always have a 3-second window to deliver your message and make it brief and simple and to be seen.
Yeah.
So within that 3 seconds, everyone has seen it. But now, for someone to scroll it, is because they're not interested. But the person who's interested, within that 3 seconds, will reach out to you, will click on your post and engage your post within that 3 seconds.
Okay. And I think over to you, Marylyn. My question is, and I think both of you actually are sat here. Actually, disclaimer, I think I've said this before. For me, I usually sit here and present my problems.
And then people solve it.
I present my problems as Daisy. And it's fascinating because most times the people I have sat, as guests on my podcast usually know a thing or two, right? And so it helps with me solving my problem. So my particular problem right now.
I am here today. Let me know.
We're
here.
Is how you guys have been able to form really solid communities, right? And I think I want to start with you first, Marylyn. Even to have a solid community of both experts, let me call them that, and people who are looking up to you. And even when you call on them, guys actually, show up. So what's the secret to forming and to having solid communities? And also, let me also put myself out there. And I started a community called the Geek Collective. We're still there. We had a WhatsApp group. I ghosted these guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Problem number one.
Sorry. That's how you go
sorry
wrong.
after this.
Tell them
Good.
sorry.
Okay.
Okay. So what's the secret here?
to community, I think it's showing up as authentically as you possibly can. Like that's the most realistic way you could ever put it. Because if you put up a front, it's not really a true tagline, but one tagline SMMs goes, what to see wajinga. There's only so much life you can create for us.
Yeah.
Personal brands that do well are people who are very honest with how they are. I mean, of course, I won't give you 100%, but I will come. Whatever I choose to show you, I'll show you in the most authentic way possible.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
That's online and in person.
Yes.
That's
True.
what now when you in the person part is, if you're talking to someone, that person is a human being. I promise you, Kalamba down, they're a human being. I've been able to form connections with, let's call them experts, because I have shown up as Marylyn.
Yeah.
I have people who, to date, I talk to. I remember, I won't use his name, but he's a person. And we met at an event.
Not a robot. Not AI.
I promise. And we met at an event, and I just asked him, hi, how are you doing? You look a bit sad. What's going on? And he was like, he looked at me and he was like, huh. I said, yeah, no, you look a bit sad. What's going on? He was like, I've had a really busy day. I've been shooting. Alafu, this economic. I think we talked for like an hour. He went to town. Like he talked. And then later he found my number.
Yeah.
And texted me and was like, hi, Marylyn. Thank you so much for even allowing me to speak. Just that. Hi, oh my God, your hair looks really nice. You have a really nice smile. Thank you so much for putting this space together for us. So how's your day going?
Yeah.
It's that simple. Hi, so my name is Marylyn. I'm a dancer. Mi nakuanga na moves zingine kali. Please, slow down. Breathe. Breathe. It is yours and no one will ever take it away from you. So show up as you. I'm not going to lie. I equally also struggle to show up consistently because life happens. Yeah. You're a subscriber of my newsletter. I have not had one out in 2-3 weeks because life caught up with me. Tulipatana na life. And it's okay. And when I put out the next one this Friday, I'm going to tell you guys why I ghosted you. Yeah. Like, it's like a relationship. Treat these things like a friendship or a relationship. You get to know each other. You get to grow. Good morning. I get so sad when people don't tell me good morning on their stories.
Oh, really?
I get sad. Kwani tulilala pali pamoja.
You need to, they call it kuam.
Yeah. Okay. That's literally the progress, the process.
Okay.
Treat that like every person is a person and treat it like that and show up authentically and consistently, as I said, on whatever app. One thing about me, I will tell you all my struggles. You're like me.
And I think, actually, to be honest, that's what drew me as Daisy, that's what drew me to you. Yeah. And even your newsletter, I don't think, I'll be very honest, guys write out newsletters. Kwanza wala LinkedIn. We put out newsletters for real, but I'm yet to come across any newsletter that I actually read from start to end, and I even respond and leave a comment, and I'm like, and I reply, and I'm like,
I normally get them on my email. I get them love letters.
Yes.
My love letters.
And I'm also anatuambia, I love you.
I love you. Because I love you guys. I do love you guys. Okay. And then something very important.
Yeah.
I do understand you want to amass numbers, but engagement is better than numbers. Sure. I always make the example of someone can have 1.5 million followers and they put out an event and they'll get 20 people to sign up. Someone with 500 followers can put up an event. That's not even put an event. Event you have to dress, let's say a book. Yeah. Someone with 1 million followers can sell a book. And this book will get 100 people. And someone with 500 followers who has a strong community, who communicates, and when they ghost, they come back to them.
Okay, collective, I'm coming. I'm sorry.
They can sell a book to 400 people.
Yeah.
Because you've worked on your community so much.
Yeah.
Sure.
They feel like they know you. I find it very interesting when people talk to me and tell me things about myself. I'm like, that's so interesting. Wow. But at the same time, I've put myself out there, but do you know how much money I make?
No.
Do you know where I live?
No.
Exactly. You just curate it.
Yeah, we say when we're building personal brands, we're controlling the narrative.
Exactly.
So you're controlling people's perception of you. What you want them to know of you is what they'll know. But we also don't mean that you'll be inauthentic. Yeah. Just like you said, you don't need to give out 100% of your life, but the 20% that you choose to do, you give it out in the most authentic way. Okay, and we were talking earlier as well, and you said how for you just put up a poster and guys show up.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Community is what he means.
Yeah, what do you mean you put up a poster and guys just show up?
Yeah, so go back to what she said.
Yeah.
Engagements.
Uh-huh.
Like, on any platform, if you're a brand, engagements are key because even for myself on X, I have, say, close to 50,000 followers. But what I normally don't do...
What? On X?
You're saying it like, oh, it's raining
Yeah.
today.
Come on.
Come on.
Yeah, so engagements are key because you see the 30-minute window that I tell you, always check your X. So it's because even right now, if I check my phone, I love notifications, I love replies, I love likes, I love retweets. So you see, for every reply you get, always respond. Because out here, what many brands do wrong is that you put up something and then you go.
Yeah.
Put up something again, you go. You treat your Twitter app, rather your Twitter profile like a notice board. Your Twitter profile is not a notice board. Treat it as something, create a personal relationship with your followers. And because if someone sees that I've responded to someone, say, even 2 followers, 3 followers, and I follow them back, they may realize that, okay, this person at least
hajioni amefika huko juu.
And try be as humorous as you can with your people, your followers, because at the end of the day, they are what make you.
Yeah.
They are the people who make you a brand. They're the people who... Because if the people that make us a brand, especially Magari at the moment, if they pull out, we're nothing without them.
And back to just being 6.
Yeah. And we just need to keep... remembering where we started and why we're doing it.
Yeah.
And every post, everything, always have engagements and always engage back your people, whether it's on... Because right now we are on all platforms. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, everywhere. So kila mahali, always engage your people and give them feedback, talk to them, keep them posted where you're not doing something, because we went from doing spaces every Monday to now we're doing them every fortnight, so that's twice a month. And they're okay with it because again, they realize a lot happened. And so.
Yeah, it's a community. So even when you... And I like how you said you're like, just go back, apologize. And like you said with your newsletter, you just you'll come back and tell us life happened. But do you, Mimi?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Pole.
Like, take me back, please.
Please.
But I can also give them flowers because, as you said, we met working together.
Yeah.
Sure.
Apart from 4 wheels and a steering wheel, that's about as much as I knew about cars when I met them.
Yeah.
But they made it so easy.
Yeah.
Oh, it felt like a fun learning lesson.
Yeah.
And even them as a community, like you just want to be there.
Yes.
The vibe is right.
I actually could add that. It feels like you're good people somewhat. Because even me, that day, I'm the same, by the way. At Mimi cars. But as long as inanitoa from point A to point B,
that's it.
Na ikunywe mafuta for me at this point.
Naikunywa mafuta mingi.
Naikunywa mafuta mingi, niko sawa. But I remember, I think I even met, her name is Esna?
Yeah, Esna Mora,
and up until date, I just remember she was so warm and lovely and kind. And I was just like, oh, these guys are nice. Because, when it came to the event, Magari go everywhere, you're a big deal. Kevin's job, you tend to feel a bit intimidated.
Yeah.
But y'all are good peoples.
Yeah.
Okay. And allow me now to, again, present my problems. The other one is, I love that you both have partnerships and are working with different people in the different companies and brands that you're building. What does that look like? Because let me give context. I've sat here with guests as well, and even when I read podcasts and just listen to guys in business, that's the constant communication. Have partnerships, collaborate with people, partner, have a co-founder, for example, right? So how fast do you go about identifying the people to partner with, and what is the dynamic like with partnerships? Because you see, first of all, this is a business, for example, to mean it's money we are talking about. Sure. This is a business to mean we're dealing with people with different personalities, different ways of doing things, different perspectives on life and all that. So how do we bring that together in harmony to create something beautiful like what you guys have? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'd love to start with him because they've been in business for 6 years now, you said.
Close to 4 years.
I mean, 4 years.
Yeah, there are 6.
Yeah, there are six people, 4 years.
Yeah. 6 directors. Wow. Yeah.
Well, what I can say is that try find people who you passions align, and even offline, or even off, whenever you guys are not working, you guys still have a good rapport and you guys can talk and can work on something together. Because I remember initially when we started the very first space here, Magari, we were 2 people. But then we realized that a lot would come later on, and the 2 of us wouldn't be able to handle it. So we were like, let's outsource 2 more people.
Yeah.
So we started Bob and I. There's a guy called Bob. And then Bob and I, we started, and then later on we now brought in Alex. I think you know Alex. You know
Yeah,
Alex?
no, I like
Yeah.
That's Alf.
That's Alf. But yeah, it's the same community.
Yeah. Okay.
So we brought in Alex and Esna, who you've met Esna.
Yeah.
And then after bringing out Alex and Esna is when again we realized, okay, as much as we're doing this, the 4 of us, we didn't have more people on board because a lot would have happened.
Yeah.
Because what I normally do and I normally tell people is that try make a bigger table for everyone. Don't build walls, because initially I had the option of just being the 2 of us,
I'm
building a
thinking
very tall wall,
Yeah.
and any money that comes in, just the 2 of us.
Yeah.
But then,
If I may ask you, I'm sorry.
okay.
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry, but, okay, so you started as 2.
Yeah.
And what informed you guys having them as other directors instead of now hiring? Or,
Yeah.
You know,
Be
you're
part
like,
of the
okay,
team. Let's hire you to
let's
do
hire you guys
ABCD.
to, you know, we build together. So how do you make that distinction? Uyu ni ku hire, this one is, you know,
Director.
a co-director.
So we realized that we use the narrative of where are we coming as our will in Assisi, like where are we meeting at the way, what is the thing
What's the
that
meeting
bring
level?
yeah. So Alex and Esna, they're in the same automotive space. They're doing what we're doing as well. Only that they never had a brand. So we reached out to them and they were so welcoming. We told them to just join us, and then we brought in Esna as well because again we needed to have a lady in the picture. It's really good for
You
brands.
chose well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
chose
Yes,
well.
you did.
Yeah. So because I remember at the time when you were starting, Esna used to talk a lot about a Jimny. And even before I started following her, she always mentioned a Jimny. Even says if we check her account, there's a Jimny pale kwa the bio.
Yeah.
And then Alex kept talking about cars. So we were like, okay, Alex keeps talking about cars. Esna keeps talking about a Jimny. At the time, Alex, was talking about BMWs. So we're like, okay, that's great. The 2 of you love talking about cars. Come join us. We have something cooking. Let's work on this together. And they're like, yes, let's do it. So they joined in, became director. Then we brought in now 2 more guys who now is our graphic designer.
Yeah.
Well, our graphic designer was with us rather from the start.
Yeah.
Because Alikwaga, he's so in the background that you wouldn't realize it's there. But all our posters, everything are done by him. And then we brought in now our 6th director, who's now our company lawyer. Yeah, he's an advocate of the High Court. Yeah, so Sisi Wote, all the 6 of us, the common passion, the common thing that we have is we love cars. Like, if anything is to be talked about cars, all of us love talking about cars, and we all drive different cars, but our passion for cars
Remains the same.
is awesome.
So if a check comes in, you're cutting it 6 ways.
Yeah, so what happens whenever a check comes in is that we normally have proportions that the check should be gone.
Okay.
So of course there's an X amount that goes back to the company,
Yes.
and then now the 6 of us now get another X amount. Yeah,
okay,
so
cool.
because again you need to feed, or rather you need to feed the plant that feeds you. Because
Yes. You always need to bring it back to the company,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it cuts 7 ways.
Yep, so it's
Great.
more like 7 ways.
It cuts 7 ways. Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And over to you, Marylyn. And for you also, I know you work with different people, different ladies, and they're all your
ladies.
friends.
Yeah, they're all ladies.
They're all
Damn,
ladies.
okay, we need to find a guy to work with.
And we can tell you guys, we can tell actually your friends just from your social media. We can tell your business partners, but your friends as well.
Yeah.
So what's that dynamic like with friendships? And because how does that look like? Boundaries? Do we have? Yeah.
So I've had 2. So there's Jenga and there's Fourthwall. So with Jenga, it was not too much pressure, I guess, because Jenga was a child that came from me and Joanne wanting to have a good time and also give back.
Okay.
So instead of doing 2 things separately, we like to do things quickly and faster. So we put a game night, and then proceeds go towards a cause. And it was purely meant for friends. Thank you for coming. For all of them. Yeah, so it was meant, that was the concept.
Okay.
So it was not really difficult. And I think John and I work easily like it's normally, when are we having it? September 18th, I'm busy. 28th, I won't be around. Early in the month doesn't make sense. So we do this date, great. And then there's checklist.
Yeah.
What DJ are we having? See Nani? Great.
Yes.
Let me call them actually. Like that's how it is. When a problem comes through, that's a story for another day. We learn how to, we tackle it together.
Yeah.
Like of course we cry together. Westlands has seen us crying on that road.
Wow.
But it's like, okay, now what do we do? We're very...
Chap.
So the secret here is also to be chap in your execution.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, don't delay. Don't delay. Move. Let's keep moving. And then also I came to realize with Joanne and I am very analytical. Joanne is very let's go. So we balance each other out. Yeah. Which works amazingly. Again, that one was very low pressure. It was just something for our friends. Jenga to Jenga people, I promise you, we're coming back.
Something spooky.
Nime promise.
We promise watu
I
kuna
keep
newsletter.
promising a lot.
Newsletter, Jenga to Jenga.
Da, Jenga to
Tunazimark,
Jenga sasa.
tunazimark.
Sawa.
But with Fourthwall, was a bit more serious because this is, I mean, it's a bit more serious. So the first thing that we did is we were aligned.
Yeah.
We were very aligned. Like the idea that I had is the exact same idea that she had. Like copy paste. And I remember we had like a 2-day conversation.
Yeah.
Where we asked ChatGPT, ask us all the difficult questions, all the problems that will come around if we go into this partnership. But we got questions like, what if one of you moves out of the country? So we went through that. Some of them we've not been able to answer yet, but we walked through those questions like, okay, how are we solving our problems?
Yeah.
Okay, some things you will learn on ground, but it's good to at least have an idea.
Yeah.
And then the next thing we did is that we got a lawyer and we got a contract. We got a contract.
Oh.
Yes.
So it's just the two of
I
you.
love
Yes,
that.
it's just the two of us. But now, the contract was very necessary because one, I'm already in marketing and so is she.
Yeah.
And she's a film critic.
Yeah.
So what work is hers, what work is ours.
Exactly.
You need
Exactly.
KPIs.
What work is mine, what work is, like...
What are your roles in this brand, in this company?
Yes.
What are my roles?
And if someone approaches you, do you bring it to the company or can you do it
handle
solo?
it.
Yeah.
And if you do it
there's
solo,
this
what
conversation,
exactly? So
yeah.
those are the type of things we put in the contract. Things like, because now for this one also we're having a lot of outside clients because we're not filmmakers ourselves. We just help you market the film. So when we're working with someone, what does that look like? Who's the communication person? Are we working together? Like there's a lot of questions to answer.
yeah. Wow.
There's a lot. And I
Really?
remember we sat in front of our lawyer and she's also a lady.
You have a thing with ladies.
I love
But I
her.
noticed girls are usually just girls.
Yeah.
She asked
Truly.
us such difficult questions. Oh my gosh, she's like, okay, no kikufa. We're like, hey, listen, company is 2 months old, mommy. How are we getting it? But she's like, it's important.
Yeah, true.
I mean, if I pass, unfortunately, my family can go tell Nkata, my mom can enter the company and say, hiya. Tunafanya nini? Ndio mimi tunaendelea na kazi. Exactly. And then we didn't have anything that, allows that not to happen. So having a contract is very important. Also, I have a client of mine who was in a partnership and he's got so bad that even his name, he had to change the company name. Ilibidi wakae chini wa separate assets za biashara, So, I mean, having conversations with him, I was able like, okay, now I actually need to get this down.
Yeah.
But above all, I always say, you're my friend. When we began the company, after announcing we got a contract, and my co-founder Nkatha was lucky to get into an amazing program in Durban.
We followed that journey closely. Katha, shout out to you.
So
Thank
she
you
was
for also
in-
taking us on the journey with you.
Yeah, so she
Mimi
was
nimeenda
in-
Durban
Umefika?
sasa.
Pia mimi nimefika.
Nimefika.
Nimeenda kwa beach. Nimeona zote. So yeah, so when
Ambia
she
watu ni
was
Durban ya
good.
South Africa.
Huh?
Ambia watu ni Durban ya South
Oh,
Africa.
yeah.
That
That one.
Nadhani beach ya hapa chini hapa Mombasa.
Hiyo pia tumefika. But yeah, so when she was gone, I had to hold the fort down.
Yeah.
At no point did I text her like, hey, it's tricky. I know you're in the middle of a festival and you're having a good time, but sis, nikuulize. No. So any meetings that were in those 2 weeks,
You
I
handled.
handled them. And also she trusts me
To handle.
to
That's
make
the other
sane
key.
decisions.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I trust her to make sane decisions. Which has worked perfectly, that's
Yeah.
I think so. What I'm picking from this conversation especially is to, yes, you're friends and that's good, but we need to have down even the nitty-gritties, first of all.
Yeah.
And then there's also the aspect of, you see now you're both putting your two brands, you've built your brand.
And
Okay,
has
alcohol.
hers.
Separately,
Yeah.
And her, she has hers. So what does that look like when you
Together.
come together,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I love that you presented. I think I'll have a conversation with you, Kando, because I love how you've broken this down quite well. And again, in the spirit of sharing my struggles, I think even me, I was about to enter into a partnership. Actually, last year, same time, with someone who also had a pretty strong brand. And we had worked together. I had worked, technically they had hired me, right? But having worked together for some time, they're like, you know what? I actually want to bring you in. Let's see how we can do this, right? But now what you've said, the nitty-gritties, those conversations were not had, right?
Yeah.
And it did not even, before it even started,
It broke.
it broke before it even started. Yeah, but in hindsight, I thank God it did.
Because you'd have come across a couple of... I get that.
Yeah, there'd have been roadblocks. So I think that was quite enlightening. Thank you.
And partnerships can also be short-term.
Oh.
It doesn't have to be a lifetime partnership, like with Purpose Network. First of all, thank you to all the experts who came. It was a partnership because I appreciated them. And I fed them. But it was a partnership. Coming up and planning for that, I was able to consult them. That was a short-term partnership. As I'm planning to have workshops, I do plan to partner with different people on different things. Yeah.
And it's like a project too.
It's just a project.
Project,
Literally.
3 months. We start in Tumemaliza. Shake hands.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Yeah, you don't.
See you
I don't
next
have to be a
time.
part of your life. You don't have like company-wise.
Yeah.
You don't have to be part of my company,
Yeah.
and that's okay.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Ah.
Yeah, because I think we're always very quick to.
It's now because we know each other.
Yeah.
Now,
Also, let some
we have to
friendships
be
be
nurtured.
friendships.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Oh, you
Let
don't
some
have to do
friendships-
business.
You don't have to imagine. You don't have to. If you find you're not aligned, or I mean, it's okay to like the same things, but it's okay to also not work together. It's fine. And if you do, so we have this thing where we don't say work time and fun time. So if we're talking, I'll be like, okay, is it work time? Yes. So we'll work.
And then is
and
it
then
fun
when the
time?
gossip is too much, I'm like, okay, can we go to fun time? Okay. So last week, literally, I was there. And I was just like, what? And then you'll be like, okay, 30 minutes up, let's go back.
Yeah.
So did the person respond to the email? Okay, I'll do the email, you do. Cool. That's how it is.
Ah, okay. And Kevin, how do you resolve conflict? Kwanza nyinyi mko wa sita.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Well, so basically, conflict resolution is one thing that you should think of as well when coming up with your partners and your business you want to work with in brands, because most of the times you guys mtakosana, but now it's a positive kukosana, because most you guys will, because I'll come with a certain ideology, you'll come with another ideology. They're both for the betterment of the brand, but we need to now to streamline and see how to go about it. So whenever there's a conflict to be resolved, because again, we are 6, so I'm really glad that we have Esna. So as you mentioned, she's really our, I can say, conflict resolver. Yeah, because the rest of us are dudes, 5 dudes and 1 lady. So
Everyone has their own.
yeah,
Matcha.
She makes you guys miss in the middle.
yeah, so Esna really strikes that out, and we really come to a good consensus, and we proceed with one direction. So
Okay.
I think Esna comes in whenever there's a conflict.
So get a babe.
Get an Esna.
Yeah,
Get an
Esna for
Esna
you.
in your brand. Get an Esna in your brand.
So Kevin, I know there's this common joke that passes around, and they say when babes get a bit of money, they travel the world. When boys get a bit of money, they get a car.
Yes.
They make it a project car. Because that you don't just go buy. So you just go buy already a nice established
they
car.
will buy something on blocks of cement and
something
then
in a
fix it.
shikilia too, and then you decide to this is my project car. What's that about?
No. Here's the thing. For every dude who buy a car,
Yeah.
there are 2 different types of dudes. There's a dude who wants to be attached to their car,
Yeah.
and there's one who just buy it just to drive it from point A to point B. So having interacted with Alex when we started Spacia Magari, I've saw him working on cars, and after me myself was like, okay, I'll not buy a car that's not running, or rather that's dead, but just buy the one that's moving, but it needs some TLC. So you see the way as a babe you can go set up your wardrobe, you put a plant here, you put something here,
A camera
pale, to glitters and whatnot. So for us, our version of that is now having a car,
like a wheel here.
but go buying a nice tire,
Like
a
a
nice
steering
rim,
Please allow me to
a
say
nice steering.
something. Let me to cue in something. So my friend recently, he comes to pick me up, alafu ninaona gari yake, alafu ako like, you can't see. He's like, something's different here, right? Angalia, I'm like,
own anything
Was
different.
it rims?
see rims you
Okay.
can tell at least.
Uh-huh.
So, you see the mlango ya gari,
Yeah, kwa handle,
si kwa handle, hapo kwa...
katikati.
Okay, kwenye naishia, there's a karaba.
Rubber strip, a black one.
Karaba strip hivi, ati that goes around. Nilika nikaangalia, I'm like, what?
Is that how men feel like when you tell them, babe, look at me?
What?
Nothing looks different, and then we've turned our hair this side instead of this side.
We wouldn't.
That's how you
notice
guys
it.
feel?
Yeah, that's how it feels.
I don't know if I understand it, but okay. To each their own. If it makes you happy, go
Good
for
job.
it. Good job.
Yeah. So you see now with the process of putting those things, policy like him, aliakayoka strip, and then he really felt good. You see, even me right now, if we live here and then I want to have some money, need to go change. Let's say even for example something small like an air freshener Magari. You see that cutting pale katikati?
Yes.
That thing.
Yes.
Just placing it pale, it gives you some
Enough
joy.
range.
It's a good day.
Yeah, like even your day just becomes so nice whenever you just fix something small.
Okay.
Or maybe the easiest example, say the one that maybe if I change the color of my car, that thing will really give me so much joy. Like I'll be driving around Tao, spacing myself from other cars because I don't want any cars to scratch
I'm checking the paint job yako mpe iguzwe.
I don't want my paint to be touched because hey, that's the same version of you now having nice hair, nice makeup is done. Utaki any mtu akuguze or something,
Okay.
No,
Okay.
That's our
Haya,
version.
sawa, to each their own. And what's your obsession with garages?
I like garages because it's where you go to see other stories. You see the way you host stories on the podcast.
Yeah, that's true. Now cars.
No cars, those are people's stories. Because in garages, you'll find everyone there. Utapata gari ya mtu hapa inatolewa engine, yule pale inatolewa bumper, yule inapakwa rangi, yule inaundwa miguu, inaundwa suspension.
So do you walk into garages and like, what's hii gari ya
Nini na
mambo yake
happen
ni
hapa?
gani hapa?
Exactly. Now that's the
really?
thing. Like, you see, I may not be so talkative whenever topic is not about cars, but whenever you introduce now a topic about cars,
Hapo sasa you have my attention.
That's when I become your version of a yapper,
Okay, I know we can go on and on. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So cool.
Marilyn, I think for you, the question is, first of all, what do you have coming up for your community?
You made a lot of promises.
I've been just promising left, right, and center. What do I have coming up for my communities? So just follow us and then you'll find out. I'm scared to commit, guys. I'm scared.
Okay.
But honestly, I do have a lot of things planned up. But I think, I'll be honest, I'm struggling with getting a team. I'm struggling with delegation.
Oh, you want to handle everything.
No, I want to handle everything because I'm the one who knows what's best for all these things. But now you see, it's coming to my detriment because I was heavily burnt out. Starting 3 weeks ago, I was a good one. Like
and that's something not many people talk about.
I was burnt out. I know the craziest thing is I was burnt out, but because there's a burnt out but it was burnt out that even me, I'm not even aware I'm burnt out until I broke down in front of a client.
Oh,
but they were very nice.
Oh,
yeah. They just asked me, really, so how are you doing? It was actually very embarrassing, if I'm being honest. But I think that's the time I was like, wait a minute. Like, I actually need to, self-assess.
Yeah.
Because I've been wanting to do a lot of things for all the spaces and all these communities that I have. But then again, I also need to make money. Perfect example is Purpose Network. I do not want to charge you guys for another event. I want to give you guys a free experience. But now that means some costs I'm going to have to take them, or I'm going to have to get a sponsorship of sorts. Exactly. So now, it's not that easy to get a sponsor if you've only had one event.
I understand.
So that rat race.
We can leverage on your networks and we can.
Definitely. But now you see, again, there's that. And then I also have clients who have things going on.
Exactly.
You see what's happening. So I end up having...
Juggling.
Guys.
You
I'm
see,
exhausted.
even for me,
Yeah.
honestly, the reason why I ghosted my guys on the gig collective is there's client work,
And then
many
there's-
clients with all different deliverables
Yeah.
and what they need done. There's my podcast here,
Yeah.
just setting up a podcast and getting guys to sit down. Like you guys have seen
The whole activity.
behind the
So
scenes
guys,
of
let me
what
tell you
this is
something.
Please. There's this, and then there's also me building my brand on the
Yes.
side. And even that's why I even wanted to ask, because I was, to be honest, I ghosted because I was burnt out. And not to say that my community is not important, but sometimes other things, life just
Happens.
catches you huko katikati. You're just
Yeah.
like, Aki, it's equal bad.
I'm drowning.
I'm drowning. But I love how you openly have conversations around burning out.
Oh,
actually.
I'm always yapping about it.
And it is because of you that I realized, Kumbe, I used to think I'm lazy. By the way, I used to think I'm lazy for real, and because sometimes there are days, that's when I know I'm at peak burnout. I write my to-do list. It's from 1 to 10, and you even map them in order of priority. And you know this one needs to go, this one needs to go, this one needs to go. I can write that to-do list, and my work ends there. And then the bad thing is I won't do anything because I just can't I can't make myself do the work. Yeah. And then I beat myself up about not doing the work and not being able to do the work.
It's a vicious cycle.
And I beat myself up to the point I actually get ulcers. Like it starts with getting a running stomach, and then it morphs into puking. Literally. And you're like, Daisy, what's wrong? It's because you need to get the work done. But for you to do, especially the kind of work that we do, I guess requires you to, it's not just admin tasks. You need to really lock in and be able to be in the moment. And you can't if you've not rested and if you're not in a good mental space. So it just becomes, how do you call, like,
what is going on
What's
here?
going on?
Yeah.
When someone asks you, like, how do I explain this? I used to feel like that until I came across, and that's why I'm like the hugest fan of your newsletters, because they give me so much life. I was like,
I think I'm a bit too honest with you guys on that. So I tell you guys a bit too much. I'm a bit too much. But yeah, I definitely get you.
Yeah. So
Tutonge nyuma ya tent.
just
Tutonge nyuma ya tent.
yeah,
Because I still go through it for sure, like the burnout and the exhaustion. But I've been able to figure out simple ways to cope around it. Because again, also at the end of the day, the sad thing about life is that clients would wait.
True.
And if you don't deliver unajua, you won't be paid.
Exactly.
By the way,
You can't even send an invoice because what have you done?
You've done
But
nothing.
it's a lot. It's a lot. Considering also you choose 52 things to do just like me.
Exactly.
But yeah, tutonge nyuma ya tent.
Actually, maybe have something for us. People like, people who go through that vicious cycle, maybe just have a community where we can come and just, I don't know.
Have an AA
Because me, once I saw, yes.
And AA for creative. Okay.
Yeah, because once I saw myself in you, I felt, it actually made me feel a bit better, and I realized also I'm not lazy after all. And if I'm lazy, not every time. Yeah.
I mean, you're allowed to be lazy.
Yeah.
It's you remember you were mentioning that we don't have 9 to 5. At least tunaingia kwa nyumba tuna our brain shuts down.
Akuna.
No.
It's always active.
It's always active, and even at 3 a.m. you're still you're still
emails.
typing, you're still thinking, you're still moving.
Yeah.
But it's you have to learn how to regulate.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
your clients and your brand and your podcast, they need you. Like you're the common denominator in all these situations. So if you're not okay, all these things are not okay. And it shows. Do you know,
It shows.
This is very wishful thinking, but I have felt sometimes, please don't take this as science, when I post something when I'm not okay, it won't do as well as when I post it when I'm okay.
It's true.
When I post something, I'm just like, oh my God.
Just for the sake of it.
But when I'm like, okay, what are we capturing today? It will do so well.
Yeah.
So you see, it matters. You need to be okay.
This has been a lovely, lovely conversation. I have not even, time has just gone by without us realizing. Thank you guys for, first of all, being patient.
Guys, let me tell you.
There's a lot of moving parts, and sometimes
we
a
move
lot
with them.
that may not be in your control. And for someone who's obsessed with control like I am, that's also part of why things happen the way they do, and I get into a
situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
But thank you for coming on here. I know, and I've said this before, the people that I try to get to sit on are usually very busy. So even getting the dates and coordinating and everything can be quite something. But I appreciate you, and even for the lovely insights that you've shared with my lovely audience. Maybe just one last parting shot, and you tell us where we can find you on your social medias.
Go first.
Oh, ladies first.
Parting shots. This is my favorite. So 2 parting shots. One is whatever you're not doing, you're blocking someone else from doing what they're meant to be doing.
That's something a leader would say.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, guys, my name is very good. I'm a leader. But that's the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
Whatever you're holding back from doing, you're stopping someone from taking the next step. So if you're not starting that podcast, there's someone who's supposed to listen to this episode and make an action. But they never will, because uliamua utake kuanzisha watu podcast. If you're not starting that car community, there's a girl who only knows 4 wheels and a steering wheel who will not learn more because you have not provided the community for them. So, and that which you have is important for someone else.
Yeah.
So yes, it's for you, definitely 100%, but make that next step so you can open doors for other people.
Yeah.
And lastly, as my mother says, it's never that serious. It's never that serious. That's the whole tagline that we run with in our family. It's never that serious. Social media, Instagram is marylynwanjiku.w.
Yeah.
And then now you see on that bio part, I've linked every other thing.
Yeah.
So when you find marylynwanjiku.w, you found everything else.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Marylyn.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Well, I think my parting shot will be, as a creator, if you want to get into this creative space, always put your best foot forward. Don't do things 50-50, because there's a time I was doing things 50-50, but I was like, apana, it's not working out. So whenever you do things 50-50, it may not fruit to what you want. So kama unataka kufanya content, go all in. Don't sit on the fence, because again, you'll only test the depth of the swimming pool by both feet in the pool. Yeah.
Okay.
And again, about burnouts, have rest, man. I know it may be hard, it may be a long shot, but
easier said than done.
Yeah. So other than that, you can find Space ya Magari on all social media platforms. Even to vile tu in a sound, Space ya Magari, I think we coined the name from Twitter Spaces. So it was a space.
Magari.
Magari.
Yes. So it was space talking about cars. So Space ya Magari.
I mean, if I can give you, I'm sorry, but I'd love to give you your flowers. I listened to the spaces more consistently then than now, but I learned a lot. I remember a very specific one on like road safety in the rainy season.
Yeah.
That was I don't even have a car. But I was like, And they make it very easy and very palatable. So you guys are building an amazing community. And it was an honor to work with you guys.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And so Space ya Magari, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever we call. We just joined TikTok. I was surprised that the growth we've received on TikTok, it's been, I think, less than a month, but you're already close to 2,000 followers. So.
Mnajua kazi yenu. Hey.
Wow. Hey. Maybe I've been on TikTok for some minutes.
Quite a bit of time.
Yeah. But thank you for staying up until the end of this conversation. Please let us know what you've picked. And if you have any questions for us, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. Also find Growing Out Loud on Instagram, on TikTok, on LinkedIn as well. And you can follow me, Daisy Keter, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and on TikTok as well. It's been lovely having you guys. And remember, as our tagline says, this is for the dreamers who do. So we dream up the vision, we have the dream, but we go and take it a step at a time. Over time, your efforts compound and you'll realize that you're closer to your dream than you would have imagined. Yeah. So stay tuned for the next episode. And with that said, bye.
Bye. Sounds so cute. Bye. And that's a wrap.